So hello friends, today we are going to learn hydraulics volume 4 जिसमें कि chapter 2 personal. Okay, so this is for the EU guideline for good manufacturing practice for medicinal product for human and veterinary use. Okay, तो देखिए दोस्तों, जो ऐसी इंडस्ट्रीज़ है जो कि मेडिसिनल प्रोडक्ट बनाती है, ओके, जिनमें ईयू गाइडलाइन को फॉलो करती है, ओके, ईयू जीएमपी को जहाँ पर फॉलो करते हैं, तो वहाँ पर इसी गाइडलाइन को क्या किया जाता है, फॉलो किया जाता है, दैट इज़ hydraulics वॉल्यूम 4. ओके, तो इसमें हम डिफरेंट पार्ट्स को, डिफरेंट चैप्टर को स्टडी करने वाले हैं. ओके, तो सबसे पहले हम यहाँ पर बात करेंगे पर्सोनल की, कि पर्सोनल में क्या क्या दिया गया है. ओके, तो चलिए दोस्तों स्टार्ट करते हैं. तो सबसे पहले देखिए, हम यहाँ पर बात करेंगे कि इसका प्रिंसिपल क्या है. ओके, सो द प्रिंसिपल इज द करेक्ट मैन्युफैक्चर ऑफ मेडिसिनल प्रोडक्ट रिलाइज अपॉन पीपल. फॉर दिस रीजन देयर मस्ट बी सफिशिएंट क्वालिफाइड पर्सनल टू कैरी आउट ऑल द टास्क विच आर द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ द मैन्युफैक्चरर. Individual responsibilities should be clearly understood by the individuals and recorded. All personnel should be aware of the principles of good manufacturing practice that affect them and receive initial and continuing training including hygiene instructions relevant to their needs. तो देखिए दोस्तों, सबसे पहले हम क्या करेंगे कि जो भी मेडिसिनल प्रोडक्ट की क्या होती है, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग होती है, तो उसके लिए जो करेक्ट मैन्युफैक्चरिंग होनी है, तो उसके लिए आपको पीपल चाहिए. ओके, तो वो जो पीपल हम क्या कर रहे हैं, एज ए एम्प्लॉय हम उनको क्या कर रहे हैं, उस इंडस्ट्री में ले रहे हैं, तो वो क्वालिफाइड पर्सनल होने चाहिए. ओके, तो देखिए यहाँ पर किस टाइप के पर्सनल क्या क्या रोल परफॉर्म करेंगे, ये हम आगे पढ़ेंगे. तो चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं. तो देखिए सबसे पहले हम बात करेंगे दोस्तों यहाँ पर, दैट इज की पर्सनल. ओके, की पर्सनल में क्या क्या दिया अपना, सीनियर मैनेजमेंट शुड अपॉइंट की मैनेजमेंट पर्सनल इंक्लूडिंग द हेड ऑफ प्रोडक्शन. ओके, मतलब प्रोडक्शन के हेड होने चाहिए. द हेड ऑफ क्वालिटी कंट्रोल, यानी क्वालिटी कंट्रोल के हेड होने चाहिए. एंड इफ एटलीस्ट वन ऑफ दिस पर्सन इज नॉट रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर द ड्यूटीज डिस्क्राइब्ड इन आर्टिकल 51 ऑफ डायरेक्टिव 2001/83 EC, an adequate number but at least one qualified person designated for the purpose. Normally, key posts should be occupied by full-time personnel. The head of production and quality control must be independent from each other. तो देखिए दोस्तों, यहाँ पर जो प्रोडक्शन के हेड है और क्वालिटी कंट्रोल के जो हेड है वो क्या होने चाहिए, इंडिपेंडेंट होने चाहिए. ओके, ऐसा नहीं कि आपने प्रोडक्शन के हेड को क्वालिटी का हेड बना दिया, तो इस तरीके से नहीं चलेगा. ओके, इन a large organization it may be necessary to delegate some of the function listed in 2.7, 2.8 and 2.9 additionally depending on the size and organizational structure of the company. A separate head of quality assurance or head of the quality unit may be appointed. Where such a function exists, usually some of the responsibilities described in 2.7, 2.8 and 2.9 are shared with the head of quality control and head of production, and senior management should therefore take care that roles, responsibilities and authorities are defined. The duties of the qualified person are described in Article 51 of Directive 2001/83 EC and can be summarized as follows. For medicinal product manufactured within the European Union, a qualified person must ensure that each batch has been manufactured and checked in compliance with the laws in force in that member state and in accordance with the requirement of the marketing authorization. ओके, तो हम यहाँ पर अभी डिस्कस करने वाले हैं कि जो हमारे हेड ऑफ प्रोडक्शन डिपार्टमेंट, ओके, तो उनकी क्या क्या रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज़ रहेगी, तो ये यहाँ पर बताया गया है. ओके, एनेक्स 16 में, to ensure that products are produced and stored accordingly to the appropriate documentation in order to obtain the required quality. तो देखिए दोस्तों, यहाँ पर जो प्रोडक्शन हेड का जो काम होता है वो होता है कि प्रोडक्ट जो प्रोड्यूस हो रहे हैं, ओके, जो भी सिंथेसिस हो रही है प्रोडक्ट की, वो अच्छे से स्टोर होने चाहिए, डॉक्यूमेंटेड होने चाहिए. ओके, ताकि उसकी जो रिक्वायर्ड क्वालिटी है वो कैसे कर सके, हम मिल सके. ओके, to approve the instruction relating to production operations and to ensure their strict implementation. Okay, to ensure that the production records are evaluated and signed by an authorized person. Okay, to ensure the qualified and maintenance of his department premises and equipment, to ensure that the appropriate validations are done, to ensure that the required initial and continuing training of his department personnel is carried out and adopted according to need. So these are the role of head of the production department. Okay, then the head of quality control generally has the following responsibilities, such as first is to approve or reject as he sees fit starting materials, packaging materials, intermediate, bulk and finished product. Okay, second is to ensure that all necessary testing is carried out and the associated records evaluated. Then third is to approve specifications, sampling instructions, test methods and other quality control procedures. Fourth is to approve and monitor any contract analysis. Fifth is to ensure the qualification and maintenance of his department premises and equipment. Sixth is to ensure that the appropriate validations are done. Seventh is to ensure that the required initial and continuing training of his department personnel is carried out and adopted according to need. Other duties of quality control are summarized in chapter 6. Okay, if you are going to learn chapter 6, okay, and there are some duties, okay, of quality control head are mentioned in chapter 6. Okay, the head of production, quality control and where relevant head of quality assurance, head of quality unit generally have some shared jointly exercise responsibilities relating to quality, including in particular the design, effective implementation, monitoring and maintenance of the quality management system. These may include subject to any national regulation. The authorization of written procedure and other documents including amendments. The second is the monitoring and control of the manufacturing environment. Third is plant hygiene. Fourth is process validation. Fifth is training. Sixth is the approval and monitoring of suppliers of material. Seventh is the approval and monitoring of contract manufacturers and providers of other GMP related outsourced activities. Seventh is the designation and monitoring of storage conditions for material and products. Eighth is the retention of records. Tenth is the monitoring of compliance with the requirement of GMP. 11th is the inspection, investigation and taking of samples in order to monitor factors which may affect product quality. 12th is participation in management reviews of process performance, product quality and of the quality management system and advocating continuous improvement. 13th is ensuring that a timely and effective communication and escalation process exists to raise quality issues to the appropriate levels of management. Training. The manufacturer should provide training for all the personnel whose duties take them into production and storage areas or into control laboratories, including technical maintenance and cleaning personnel, and for other personnel whose activities could affect the quality of the product. Besides the basic training on the theory and practice of the quality management system and good manufacturing practice, newly recruited personnel should receive training appropriate to the duties assigned to them. Continuing training should also be given and its practical effectiveness should be periodically assessed. Training programs should be available, approved by either the head of production or the head of quality control as appropriate. Training records should be kept. Then personnel working in areas where contamination is a hazard, that is clean areas, areas where highly active, toxic, infectious, sensitizing material are handled, should be given specific training. Visitors or untrained personnel should preferably not be taken into the production and quality control areas. If this is unavoidable, they should be given information in advance, particularly about personal hygiene and the prescribed protective clothing. They should be closely supervised. The pharmaceutical quality system, and all the measures capable of improving its understanding and implementation should be fully discussed during the training session. Personal hygiene. Detailed hygiene programs should be established and adopted to the different needs within the factory. They should include procedures relating to the health, hygiene practice, and clothing of personnel. These procedures should be understood and followed in a very strict way by every person whose duties take him into the production and control areas. Hygiene programs should be promoted by management and widely discussed during training session. Okay, all personnel should receive medical examination upon recruitment. It must be the manufacturer's responsibility that there are instructions ensuring that health conditions that can be of relevance to the quality of product come to the manufacturer's knowledge. After the first medical examination should be carried out when necessary for the work and personal health. Steps should be taken to ensure, as far as it is practicable, that no person affected by an infectious disease or having open lesion on the exposed surface of the body is engaged in the manufacture of medicinal products. Every person entering the manufacturing area should wear protective garments appropriate to the operations to be carried out. Eating, drinking, chewing or smoking, the storage of food, drink, smoking materials, personal medication in the production and storage areas should be prohibited. In general, any unhygienic practice within the manufacturing areas in any other area where the product might be adversely affected should be forbidden. Direct contact should be avoided between the operator's hand and the exposed product, as well as with any part of the equipment that comes into contact with the products. Personnel should be instructed to use the hand washing facilities. Any specific requirements for the manufacture of special groups of products, for example sterile preparations, are covered in the annexes. Consultants should have adequate education, training and experience, or any combination thereof, to advise on the subject for which they are retained. Record should be maintained stating the name, address, qualification and type of service provided by this consultant. So this is the hydraulics volume 4, okay, where we have learned that is the responsibilities of the head of the production and the head of the quality control department, okay, and the role of consultant, okay. Then we will discuss about next chapter, okay. So I hope you enjoyed this chapter, okay. So if you want to read this, you can check the description box. I have mentioned link, and by using that link you can read this guideline. So thank you.